Hi, welcome back to Tazria, part 2. Remember, I'm talking now with a real 12-year-old who, by this point, is probably in her 60s. But a real 12-year-old whose family resigned the congregation because they didn't want her to have this Sedra, Tazria, for her bat mitzvah. So we've talked about what some of the reasons were that people have pain and suffer and loss, whatever, and they're looking for meaning. And then we began a turn toward not every problem is out there, like a disease, a death, God forbid, injury, worry of some sort or another, to consideration of what if these things were internal concerns that no one else could actually see. So if the vibes were reasonably positive during all that which was going on, we're going to try to keep it focused now on a little bit more of the personal. Sometimes we want to know the pathway toward happiness, to get away from the things that cause us pain. But we understand that some things that cause us pain are not really out there. They're in here. What kinds of things could be causing us pain, not because we have an illness or, God forbid, family problems, whatever. What could be causing us pain? Would she be open to that pathway in her conversation? I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. If she is open, I won't push. I'll sit there trying to be quiet, which all of you know is a very difficult challenge for me, so that she just might be able to listen to what she was saying. Maybe she'll talk about some of her own fears, not getting good grades or not being friends with a group of girls who yesterday were her closest friends, or maybe not making the team. Maybe she'll be concerned about an aging relative, who knows? But they're internal. And then I'll turn back to our Sedra. This is me talking. You see, people just like us were trying to figure out way back then why bad things were happening to them. If they could only understand the why, then perhaps they'd be less anxious, less confused, less frightened. Maybe you could talk about that during your bat mitzvah. You're not going to have to come up with answers. People have been trying to get answers to this for a long time. But you could just help us to begin to understand that there are real issues in your Sedra that real people care about. Sadly, that conversation never took place with her. And I regret it. She's probably in her late 60s by now. But at least in part, with other kids, I did have some success in approaching our Sedra in this fashion with other young people over the years. I have to tell you, occasionally, the results were beautiful. The questions they raised remained valid, and the joy they had in grappling with that which is real, very important. So there we are. Have a wonderful Shabbat, Rosh Chodesh Nisan, first Sedra coming on the 15th of April. Don't forget to bless a blooming tree. And let's all pray very soon that peace will come, a just and meaningful peace. Have a great week. Shabbat Shalom.